Good evening, everyone. This is Gabriel Porras with SCW News. We are following some breaking news right now. A vehicle pursuit in Stockton has ended in a fatal vehicle accident here near Maranatha Drive and Hammer Lane. I'm going to step out of the picture now so you can get a better look at what the scene looks like here. This is again on Maranatha Drive and Hammer Lane. Now, this all started as a vehicle pursuit. Officers with the Stockton office of the California Highway Patrol confirmed to us that their officers stopped a vehicle here near Broadway Avenue and Fremont Street just after noon today. The suspect reportedly gave his ID to officers but fled in his vehicle with a passenger when more units arrived. The pursuit then continued onto Waterloo on 99. Officers continued to chase the suspect up just a few miles north to Hammer Lane and 99, where at the first intersection, which is Maranatha, the suspect vehicle crashed into two other vehicles. CHP officers report that the passenger of the vehicle was transported to an area hospital suffering major injuries, and the driver or suspect is dead. Right now, Hammer Lane is blocked off on eastbound and westbound directions all the way from Sampson Road to Highway 99. Maranatha Drive is also blocked off at Hammer Lane. Officers indicate that this intersection and area may still be blocked off for a matter of hours as they investigate. In fact, just a couple of hours ago, we saw officers with the Stockton police out here bringing some traffic barricades. And again, not a lot of information that we have so far, only that one is now dead after this vehicle pursuit ended in a vehicle accident here near Maranatha Drive and Hammer Lane. You can see the white car here appears to be the one that saw the most severe damage. And as I have been mentioning, you are going to want to avoid using Hammer Lane all day today if you can, as this is going to be shut down in both directions for quite some time as police investigate. Now, there are officers with the Stockton Police Department out here, as well as with California Highway Patrol, it's their investigation we are hearing at this point. I'll let you see the scene here. And again, Hammer Lane is being blocked off for quite a distance in the eastbound and westbound directions, all the way from Highway 99 until looks like past Maranatha here, all the way from Hammer Lane blocked off from 99 all the way to near where the Home Depot is. And again, I'm getting a cross street for you right now. Sampson Road to Highway 99 is how far Hammer Lane is blocked off at this point. You can see a number of agencies are out here, including Stockton PD and CHP. Also, Stockton Fire was out here earlier. You can see it looks like they are overlooking the scene right now. And officers say that this will continue to remain an active scene with officers looking through this area for quite some time. You can see some of them have cameras there taking photos of different items. We also saw a drone up here earlier. This all happened just after noon, and you can it's still closed. It's been a few hours now. And also to update you, Lodi Unified School District, if you have a child in Lodi Unified, they are saying that because of this investigation, all of their district busing will be delayed for students who live within the affected areas, and that includes Shadow Lake is what they're saying. So busing is going to be affected for Lodi Unified students. And I can tell you there is a backup, not too much onto, from what I can see, at least from over here on Hammer Lane, but definitely on some of the other surface streets nearby, including on Sampson Road, where they have Hammer Lane blocked off. We don't know much information at this point. And again, if you were just now joining us, we are following some breaking news. A vehicle pursuit in Stockton has ended in a fatal vehicle accident. Officers with the Stockton office of the CHP confirmed to us that their officers stopped a vehicle near Broadway Avenue and Fremont Street just after noon today in Stockton. The suspect reportedly gave his ID to officers but fled in his vehicle with a passenger when more units arrived. The pursuit then continued on Waterloo Road on 99. Officers continued chasing the suspect up to just a few miles north to Hammer Lane and 99, and ultimately to Maranatha Drive and 99, where this crash happened. The suspect vehicle crashed into two other cars at this scene, which you're looking at right now, this intersection of Maranatha and Hammer. CHP officers report that the passenger of the vehicle was transported to an area hospital suffering major injuries, and the driver/suspect died. Right now, Hammer Lane is being blocked off in the eastbound and westbound directions all the way from Sampson Road to Highway 99. Maranatha is also blocked off at Hammer Lane. Officers indicate that this intersection and area may still be blocked off for a matter of hours as they investigate. And just a few hours ago, we saw Stockton police officers actually with barricades, bringing barricades out to block some of the areas off, which do include Maranatha and Hammer Lane. You can see, looks like another CHP office unit has arrived on scene. An investigation still going. Many units out here already. Piecing together exactly what happened here, as you can see. You need anything from me? And a very strong police presence that as we have been mentioning here. Stockton PD is out here, as well as Stockton CHP. Stockton Fire Department was out here earlier as well. You can see this is where the area is blocked off to. That is Sampson Road and Hammer Lane. You can see they have blockades out there, as well as crime scene tape, making sure that nobody goes in this area. Only police vehicles are the vehicles that we have seen coming into this area. We saw those blockades actually being brought out just about an hour ago here. I'm not sure if you can see it from this vantage point, but there's where Maranatha is blocked off from the north side. And then Maranatha also is blocked off on the southerly side as well, near 99 Frontage Road. And again, Loda Unified is saying that this is impacting their bus routes. So if you have a child in Loda Unified, you may want to check up on that in case they're late today. A tweet from Loda Unified School District read, quote, "Due to an active CHP Stockton investigation, all westbound and eastbound lanes from Hammer Lane are closed from State Route 99 to Sampson Road. District busing will be delayed for students who live within the affected areas, which include Shadow Lake." And there's a lot of evidence, a lot of items in the roadway here. Looks like possibly even a motor in the roadway right near the median here on Maranatha Drive and Hammer Lane. And again, if you are just now joining me here live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, we are following some breaking news. A vehicle pursuit has ended in a fatal vehicle accident near Hammer Lane and Maranatha Drive in Stockton. This vehicle pursuit started near Waterloo, or I should say near Broadway Avenue and Fremont Street in Stockton. And then it continued all the way here on 99 to Hammer Lane, and where the suspect vehicle crashed two other vehicles we are hearing near Maranatha and Hammer Lane. And the suspect vehicle did have a passenger. The passenger was transported to an area hospital for major injuries. The suspect reportedly is dead at this point. And it's unclear at this point exactly what the suspect was being chased for, although we will likely learn that in the hours to come. And again, a lot of evidence, a lot of items spewed in the roadway. You can see what looks like almost a motor there. And Stockton CHP officers have been here for a matter of hours, really just making sure that they're getting every single piece of evidence collected in this, making sure that they're taking photos for their records. We even saw a drone up here earlier. And again, they are saying that Maranatha and Hammer Lane will both be blocked off for quite a long time as they investigate. They say it could be up to a few hours until they have this area back open for traffic. Here's a wider look at the scene here. Now, typically this stretch of roadway is filled with commuters, as Hammer Lane is a very busy stretch of roadway in Stockton if you are from the area. Although right now it's completely dead, no traffic moving through because of this investigation near Maranatha Drive and Hammer Lane. Hammer Lane again blocked off from Sampson Road all the way to Highway 99. So you're going to want to avoid this area. Take an alternate route to allow the officers a chance to investigate, to look into this scene, and also to stay out of that traffic delay that will likely come with this closure. You can see that somewhat mangled car there. near Marantha and Hammer. We are learning that that may have been the suspect vehicle, which officers were chasing. We are not sure exactly what they were chasing that suspect vehicle for at this point, although that is what we are expecting to learn in the next coming hours here. Again, we are hearing that the driver of that vehicle died, and the passenger who was in that suspect vehicle was transported to an area hospital for major injuries. And again, if you have children in the Lodi Unified School District, the school district has issued a statement of sorts, issued a tweet on Twitter writing, quote, "Due to an active CHP Stockton investigation, all westbound and eastbound lanes of Hammer Lane are closed from State Route 99 to Sampson Road. District busing will be delayed for students who live within the affected areas, which includes Shadow Lake." So if your student lives in this area, you are going to have to, the buses are going to be delayed. And I can tell you that traffic is very much backed up on Holman Road all the way to McAllen Road, not necessarily from this incident, but also because of schools that are getting out in the area. So really, this entire area near Holman Road, Hammer Lane, that type 99, that area you're just going to avoid as the traffic backups continue to extend, and as we get closer and closer to the rush hour for traffic this evening. And again, no new information at this point if you were just now joining us. We are following some breaking news. That is that a vehicle accident, a vehicle pursuit, I should say, has ended in a vehicle accident, a fatal one, here near Marantha Drive and Hammer Lane in Stockton. Hammer Lane is blocked off all the way from State Route 99 to Sampson Road here in the North Stockton area. The suspect vehicle allegedly hit two different cars that were here on Marantha Drive. We're seeing one of the cars, at least, right there, that red one. You can see officers continue to investigate here. A lot of units from the CHP are here, but also units from Stockton Police Department making sure that this area stays secure for these officers who are investigating, making sure that nobody goes into the scene. There are some pieces of cars scattered in the roadway. You can see almost looks like a motor there. And at this point, I've been mentioning that there aren't any significant backups that we can see from my vantage point, at least on Hammer Lane, and I'll flip the camera around to show you Hammer Lane. This will be looking east, or I should say westbound onto Hammer Lane, looking towards Sampson Road where they have the block set up. Again, no significant backups just by this vantage point here, although I'm assuming that as we get closer and closer to the rush traffic hour, the peak commute hour, we will start to see some backups on Hammer Lane. So you're going to want to avoid going eastbound or westbound Hammer Lane from between Highway 99 and Sampson Road, as you can see there, because of the investigation that is continuing here, that's ongoing. I'm going to pan this back around to the scene here. And there are multiple jurisdictions out here. Stockton PD as well as Stockton CHP have all responded here. Stockton PD mainly just to hold the perimeter of this scene, while CHP officers investigate, as this was their original case. And we can't show you here. This is another vehicle that was involved. It's hard to see from this vantage point. You can see flipped over. Not sure if that could potentially be the suspect vehicle that was in the vehicle pursuit, or that could be another vehicle that was involved. Although we are learning that the suspect that was inside of the vehicle, the driver of the vehicle, he or she was pronounced deceased, and then the passenger of that suspect vehicle was taken to a local hospital, suffering major injuries. And a lot of items from vehicles scattered on the roadway, as you can see here throughout Hammer Lane. You can see officers with the CHP with cameras, making sure to look at every single piece of the scene, collecting evidence and for the potential investigation. And again, no new information at this point. All that we know is that a suspect is dead and a passenger of that suspect vehicle is injured after a vehicle pursuit in Stockton turned into a vehicle accident involving 3 vehicles here near Maranatha Drive and Hammer Lane. And we'll have continuous coverage here on SCW News as we get updates. Although to advise you again, if you do have children who are perhaps in the Lodi Unified School District, the school district has issued a tweet saying, quote, due to an active CHP Stockton investigation, all westbound and eastbound lanes of Hammer Lane are closed from State Route 99 to Sampson Road. District busing will be delayed for students who live within the affected areas, which includes Shadow Lake, and that is an RV park just east of 99 near Hammer Lane. And it's unclear when they may exactly have this area open back up to traffic, although they're saying it could be a matter of hours just so that they can document every piece of the scene, collect that evidence, clean the scene up, and get these cars towed out of here before travelers can actually make their way through. This is a major thoroughfare through Stockton. If you're familiar with the area, Hammer Lane is trafficked by, I would assume, thousands every single day. And 99, the on-ramp and off-ramps to 99 and Hammer Lane are also very heavily trafficked, close to the Murata community as well. And again, right now from our vantage point, we have not seen any significant backups on Hammer Lane or on Maranatha Drive, although that's likely to come as the investigation continues, as rush hour traffic begins in just a matter of a couple of hours here. And again, there are a lot of different pieces of evidence, pieces of vehicles spewed on the roadway here, where one has died and one has suffered major injuries after a vehicle accident here near Maranatha Drive and Hammer Lane. We're still working to gather more information, as I have been mentioning, exactly what happened here. So far, all that we know, again, vehicle pursuit turned into a vehicle accident, a fatal vehicle accident near Maranatha Drive and Hammer Lane. We'll have much more, of course, on SCW News as this develops and as we learn more in this investigation. We still are unsure exactly of why the suspect was being sought by Stockton CHP officers, although we are learning that the suspect was stopped near Broadway Avenue and Fremont Street, handed his ID off to officers, and as soon as more units arrived, that is when he fled, and CHP officers then chased him all the way on 99. And we're just now learning that this happened around 12:30 today, according to a Facebook post by the CHP. Okay, and we're just getting more information as I speak right now. So it sounds like there were 2 people in the suspect vehicle, a passenger and a driver. The passenger suffered major injuries, transported to an area hospital. The driver, of course, of that suspect vehicle did die. And with the other 2 vehicles that are on the scene here, one of the involved parties suffered minor injuries, and the other one was uninjured in this vehicle accident. I'm going to be signing off here so we can get some more information, more interviews to pass on to you on our SCW News Digest and later this evening. But I want to provide you an update, if you are just now joining us, with just what we know so far. A vehicle pursuit started near Broadway Avenue and Fremont Street in Stockton. Stockton CHP officers indicate that they stopped a vehicle near Broadway Avenue and Fremont Street That vehicle then reportedly gave officers his or her ID. The driver of that vehicle gave officers his or her ID, and then as soon as more units arrived, the suspect fled from the scene on Broadway Avenue and Fremont Streets. And that is when CHP officers began chasing that suspect vehicle. And by the way, it's unclear at this point what exactly the suspect was stopped for initially, although that pursuit went all the way onto Highway 99 northbound, and then it came towards here near Maranatha Drive, Highway 99 and Hammer Lane, although that is when CHP officers are now saying that they actually called off the pursuit. The vehicle then continued at a high rate of speed onto Hammer Lane, ending up here near Maranatha Drive, crashing two vehicles and ultimately injuring two. One of those injured suffered major injuries. That was the person who was inside of the vehicle with the suspect, the passenger. Another person suffered minor injuries who was in another vehicle. The other party did not suffer any injuries, and the driver of that vehicle, the suspect, is reportedly dead at this hour. And again, this investigation is going to be ongoing for a few more hours now. Stockton police officers have the intersections of Sampson and Hammer Lane blocked off to traffic on Hammer Lane from both eastbound and westbound traffic. Also, Hammer Lane at 99 is shut off right now. So really, this whole stretch of Hammer Lane is going to be inaccessible for people for a matter of hours until they at least finish this investigation here, and it's unclear when that exactly might happen. And again, to let you know, Lodi Unified does say that their school buses will be delayed, as some of their buses do go on this route for Lodi Unified. So if you have children who go to schools in Lodi Unified, you may want to take note of that, as that closure of this roadway and those bus delays may be on for quite some time, as this roadway does not appear to be opening anytime soon. There are still more CHP units arriving right now as we speak. We will have continuous updates for you on this here on SCW News and on my SCW News Digest tonight. Reporting live in Stockton, Gabriel Porras for SCW News.